to England。看到了吗？右手边左手边左手边我们进入英格兰了Welcome。
我现在带大家去那个土博物馆这边走一走OK， 准备好了，这边跟我走，然后也吓唬我。但是我那天已经住院了，医院里的天不要去搞。
Roundabout. Hey.
Why is it so far away?
There's a 10 minutes. Bath house, multiple location.
Yo, Daddy, do you like England? Daddy, do you like England chocolate?
I don't know.
Why? How do you not know?
How do I know?
Yo, what day is it today?
26.
Yeah, but like... Yeah, but it's the 26th, but like...
Tuesday.
Oh...
No. Oh, Peter Rabbit. 确实是。
对对，这画片那美国见过这个兔，但不知道懂不懂啊？那个谁从这儿有写，就这里边，有一个那个插画是的，画出来的。
Okay.
10块5如果想进去这里边可以买个门票，然后
还有门票。
对，然后你们可以站在那边去看一下那个现代兔旁边那个小兔子贴挺可爱的，非常可爱。这个上面是不要钱的，只有进入蓝道里面。哇，这么冷还开了花嘞！哎，这是奇怪。
下面，他说是在下面。去了，快！
等一下，你。
Don't touch.
哎呀，这还吃啥？刚吃完饭。
我们从哪里走是吧
Yeah.
？Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. 你忘了？
Oh, it's a town.
刚才那家人也是他们家有一个就是他们老说，我要找个地方去吃点东西啊。我妈说你今天中午吃什么吃啊？我天，超有吃啊！哦，他上去这个。
我陈以为不是领你去看过？看。
跟后面一样。
嗯。
就那地方你不要看。
好。哎，买点 snack， 去。UK too. Ryan, come over.
你说你 hungry 啊？
哎呀，我的天哪，他跑哪去了？
What? Yeah.
我不知道好像不能吃，但有些去算了，要不然因为他别吃。
King?
Chocolate that's not in America.
待会儿拿着消费吃。
哎，他确实，他买了那个就让你看见他买了很多那个 shortcake。
Yeah.
嗯。
Probably waiting. I don't know. When I ate it, it didn't drop any crumbs. You look like such an idiot standing there.
确实是。为什么要快要慢呢？他说别人，他不是要磨磨蹭蹭半天哦。Sunday roast.
Yo, are we still able to go to the cafe?
Probably not.
What did that?
Oh.
Yeah, but not trying to.
嗯
Do you like candy?
I don't know. Probably not.
Do you like diabetes?
No.
Why not?
Oh, it's so windy. Ice cream. Windermere. Windermere ice cream.好几个 school。
就坐那种船啊。
啊！ 帽子忘了。你在这。啊。
因为他那个not supposed to。
Also popular this time of year on a cold day. It's one of our Windermere warmers, which is a hot chocolate with either a shot of Bailey's or a shot of rum in it. Last we have got a request stop known as Windermere Jetty, the steamboat museum. The bar will be opening just after we pass Windermere Jetty. It was a bit stop-start and it's rebuilt. But they managed to open it again at the beginning of 2019 and they asked Prince Charles to come back to officially open it again. If you're here for a few days, it's well worth a visit to get up close to the boats. If you're not too keen on looking at the boats but would like to spend some time in a cafe with one of the best views in the Lake District, the museum is the place for you. This cafe looks to the north and takes in a view of the central valley. So looking ahead of us, you're looking at it's about 4 miles from here onto Waterhead Bay, where you'll find the landing stage for the small town of Ambleside. The large mountainous range at the head of the lake is the Fairfield Horseshoe. It rises 2,864 feet above sea level, and it's the seat of one of the glaciers that carved out Windermere over 13,000 years ago. Experts tell us that the ice in this part of the British Isles was up to half a mile thick. This is on the pond. So she made it her lifelong quest to buy as much land on this western side of the lake as she possibly could. She happened to meet and marry a William Heelis, who was a land agent. Every time one of the farmers wanted to sell their land...
That's a F-16.
How do they not feel like throwing up in there?
I don't know.
...to make the island a lot more private. So I'm not sure who actually won out on that one. But the house and the island were the property of the Kerwin family for over 220. Looking straight ahead of us, the large stone building is known as the Ferry House, built in 1879 as the Ferry House Hotel. It was built to give passengers who missed the last ferry somewhere to stay, so they could collect the first ferry in the morning. And a couple of uses since being a hotel, it was the headquarters for the Freshwater Biological Association, from the early 1950s to the 1990s, when they moved the annex alongside. And then it became 13 luxury apartments. Luxury hotel. So coming into view on the right on the hillside there is the ruin of Clayford viewing station, built in 1790 as a folly. It became very popular in the 1830s and 40s as a dinner and tea dance venue. In the central part there, where you can see someone stood, was a drawing room, and in the drawing room they put coloured glass in the windows to give the visitors an impression of a lake at different times and different seasons of the year. They had yellow glass for summer, orange for autumn, a light green for a spring day, light blue for a winter's day, even a dark blue for a moonlit night, and a lilac tint to give the impression of a lake during a thunderstorm. The viewing station fell out of favour and into disrepair towards the end of the 19th century. In 2000,
没有买的，我只是拿的，那个介绍的。这是送的吗？不可能，这是送的，哪有什么钱啊？哎呀，人家有没有他没有。
哎，这个是 hotel 吗？还是这个房子挺有英国特色。哦，这个就是在那个雷普里street的话。
on this eastern shoreline. Coming into view ahead of us are two boathouses of similar size. The one nearest to us with the scaffolding on sold early in 2021 for around £50,000 short of £2 million. It's just got a one-bedroom apartment above a wet dock. And from the boathouses we go to the house in the corner known as Grey Gables, built in 2013 for a wealthy lady from Wales who made her fortune through the comparison websites. Today Grey Gables is a holiday let and you can rent it out in low season for around £7,500 a week. And it goes up to over £10,000 a week in high season. But it has got 5 en-suite bedrooms, so maybe split between a few friends, maybe not quite so bad. And then from there we go to the large cream building appearing between the trees, known as Stores Hall. John Constable, who actually stayed in a cottage in the grounds of Stores in 1806. By 1808 it was the property of a wealthy shipping merchant from Liverpool, known as John Bolton. And then in the early 1890s it became the Stores Hall Hotel. And from Stores Hall we go to the stone building at the end of the stone jetty, known as Stores Temple, or the Temple of Heroes, built in 1804 to commemorate naval victories in the Napoleonic Wars. On 4 of its 8 sides are plaques with the names of the admirals of the day. We've got Duncan, Vincent, Nelson and Howe. In 2009 and again in 2015 we had severe flooding here in the Lake District. To give you an idea how high the water rose, it actually covered the arches on the temple. All that was visible above the water was the wooden section at the top, and it stayed at that level for a few days before receding back to its normal height. And the floodwater was responsible for a lot of damage around the shores of the lake. Stores Hall from the other side. Quite a popular wedding venue. Quite often one of our boats will get chartered to take the wedding party for a cruise out on the lake. So most of the properties along this shoreline are privately owned, they're private residence. There's a large white house coming into view on top of the hill known as Blackwell. Built in 1900 for a wealthy Manchester brewer known as Sir Edward Holt. It's had several uses since he lived there. It was a school for many years and then it became office space. And then in 1999 it was purchased by the Lakeland Arts Trust and opened to the public in 2001. You can actually pay to look round the Arts and Crafts House itself. It's normally got an exhibition of some sort or another taking place there. It's also got a cafe with outdoor seating overlooking the lake. Give you another idea how high the water rose in the floods. Looking over to the right you see what looks like a bungalow with a boathouse attached to it. The water was actually lapping just underneath the balcony of the boathouse. The nickname of Millionaire's Row. So if you were to try and buy one of the boat houses with accommodation above, they'd be around the £2 million mark. And the houses themselves rise from that point upwards. One of the newest houses to be built on this shoreline is the one we're about to pass, the timber and glass one, built towards the end of 2018 and rumoured to have cost over £3 million to build. What's happening now is you're not allowed to build on an open plot of land around the shores of the lake anymore. People are buying the older traditional properties, knocking them down and building one of these modern houses in its place. And it's up to you whether you think they're an improvement on the older traditional properties round the shoreline. So the island over to the left there is known as Rampo, taking its name from the wild garlic that grew upon it. It's also a popular nesting ground for grey heron. As we've been making our way round, you'll have noticed a lot of the islands end in the word holm, H-O-L-M-E. It's actually an old Norse word that roughly translates to island. And that language dates back to when the Vikings ruled this area. A white vessel at the shoreline is the Windermere car ferry known as the Mallard. Started operating here on the lake in 1990 and it's licensed to carry 18 cars and 100 foot passengers. By using this ferry you save a 14-mile round trip round the northern end of the lake if you're making your way to the small village of Hawkshead. But records show there's been a ferry of some sort or another at this point on the lake for over 500 years. This present ferry pulls itself across the lake via 2 steel cables, picking them up at the front and dropping them down behind. For that reason we tend to give it a wide berth, as it's rather embarrassing getting suspended on those cables. features for the 4 seasons of the year, and it has 52 windows for the weeks of the year, with 365 panes of glass in those windows for the days of the year.
And tell me about boat parked far away. How do they get over here? 那他们还有小船啊，那还有，I don't understand. 还是他们 now is living inside the boat?
So looking ahead of us now to the left, you've got the last 2 islands on this island cruise this afternoon. The first island to come into view is the island of Snake Cove. And towards the end of that isle is the island of Fur Home. Although from certain angles they look part of that island, they are actually islands within their own right. Minutes time we'll be back alongside the pier at Bo'ness. In the interest of safety, if I could just ask you to stay seated.
Move. East, west one. Right.
Yeah, they get paid 50 pence per bathroom. So what if the person who cleans the bathroom uses the bathroom?
然后秋卷它本来是6块7毛5，今天16块。
没有，它原价是19就16块多还是什么？今天
今天不知道为什么便宜。
因为是 off season。
That's a 15-cent difference. Bro, you're gonna get.
这是要配的。
I mean, I don't know. No, but you want to take pictures?
哦，我们车在上面，好像。
Yeah. Oh yeah, this.
哎，你看那个吹多贵嘛，那马上冬天。
什么？
Because it rains too much.
哎，你看它很好，上面的那些植物哈，都是吹。
Yeah, probably because it rains too much.
是一个很奇妙的一个现象。还有它的
Well, do you still want to Oh, see. It's a push.
Ice cream.
What's in here?
Dog bone.
Okay.
我这 ice cream。
Postcard. 然后
他每次可能会出来的。
这就是 Peterborough。
那个 rabbit。
哦。
哎，你